Yo, what's up everybody? It's Shash, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of cybersecurity, a topic that's more relevant than ever. We're talking international rivalries, cutting-edge tech, and some serious skills. That's right, we're tackling the question, who has the best hackers in 2025, Pakistan or India? Now, this isn't about glorifying illegal activities, so buckle up, because we're about to explore the fascinating, complex, and sometimes controversial world of cybersecurity in these two tech-savvy nations. Before we jump into the present, we gotta rewind the clock and look at where it all began. Both India and Pakistan have a surprisingly long history with hacking, dating back to the early days of the internet. In India, the late 80s and early 90s saw a surge in phone phreaking. Basically, people figuring out how to manipulate phone networks. This was all pre-internet, but it laid the groundwork for a generation obsessed with tech and pushing its limits. Pakistan's journey began around the same time, with a focus on software piracy. Think early versions of cracked software being shared, a sign of things to come. By the late 90s and early 2000s, the internet was exploding, and so was the hacking scene in both countries. This is when we start to see more organized groups emerge, driven by political tensions and national pride. The rivalry between India and Pakistan spilled over into cyberspace, with hackers from both sides launching defacement attacks, hijacking websites, and engaging in cyber espionage. These weren't just kids messing around anymore. This was serious business. As technology advanced, so did the sophistication of the attacks. We're talking DDoS attacks, data breaches, and the use of malware and botnets. This constant back and forth pushed both sides to up their game, creating a breeding ground for some seriously talented hackers. But it wasn't just about attacks and defenses. This era also saw the rise of ethical hacking communities in both countries. Alright, let's meet some of the major players in this cyber showdown. Both India and Pakistan have their own set of elite hacking groups, each with their own style, motives, and targets. On the Indian side, one of the most well-known groups is the Indian Cyber Army. They gained notoriety for targeting Pakistani government websites, often defacing them with patriotic messages. Think of it as digital graffiti with a political message. Another group, Legion, made headlines for exposing security flaws in high-profile Indian companies and government agencies. They were like the Robin Hoods of the hacking world, exposing vulnerabilities and forcing organizations to take security more seriously. But it's not just about patriotic hacking. India also has a growing number of cybercrime groups involved in financial fraud, data theft, and ransomware attacks. Now, over in Pakistan, we've got groups like Pakistan Cyber Army and Tehreek-e-Defacement Pakistan, known for their online campaigns against Indian targets. Their attacks often coincide with political tensions, turning cyberspace into another battleground for this long-standing rivalry. But Pakistani hackers aren't just focused on their neighbors. Groups like PakBugs have gained international attention for their sophisticated exploits and vulnerability research. And just like India, Pakistan also has its share of cybercriminal gangs involved in phishing scams, credit card fraud, and other illicit activities. Some groups might start with political motives, but then get lured into the world of financial gain. It's a complex landscape, and it's constantly evolving. Both India and Pakistan have some seriously talented hackers in their ranks. Alright, so we've seen the history, met some of the major players, but what about the future? Well, a lot of it comes down to education and training. Both India and Pakistan recognize the importance of cybersecurity, and they're making moves to cultivate the next generation of cyber experts. In India, you've got prestigious tech institutes like the Indian Institutes of Technology, or IITs, offering specialized cybersecurity programs. These programs are highly competitive and attract some of the brightest minds in the country. But it's not just about formal education. The Indian government has also launched initiatives like the Cybersecurity Awareness Month and the National Cyber Coordination Center to promote cybersecurity awareness and skills development. On the Pakistani side, universities like the National University of Sciences and Technology, known as NUST, and FAST-NU, are leading the way in cybersecurity education. They're offering specialized degrees and certifications to equip students with the skills needed to combat cyber threats. The Pakistani government is also stepping up its game with initiatives like the National Cybersecurity Policy and the establishment of the National Cyber Emergency Response Center. They're investing in infrastructure and training programs to strengthen the country's cyber defenses. Both countries face challenges in terms of providing hands-on, practical training that keeps pace with the constantly evolving threat landscape. There's also a need to bridge the gap between academia and industry. Supporting ethical hacking communities and encouraging responsible disclosure is essential. The key is to create a robust pipeline of talent that can not only defend against cyber attacks, but also stay ahead of the curve in this constantly evolving field. Okay, let's dive into some real-world examples of what we're talking about. Both India and Pakistan have been hit with some pretty significant cyber attacks in recent years, highlighting the real-world stakes of this digital battleground. One of the most high-profile attacks on India was the 2016 breach of the country's largest bank, the State Bank of India. Hackers stole millions of dollars by compromising the bank's ATM network, exposing vulnerabilities in critical financial infrastructure. Another major attack targeted the Kudankulam nuclear power plant in 2019. While the attack didn't cause any physical damage, it raised serious concerns about the vulnerability of critical infrastructure to cyber attacks. In 2020, a massive data breach at one of India's largest online education platforms exposed the personal information of millions of students. Now, over in Pakistan, one of the most significant attacks was the 2010 breach of the Pakistan Navy's computer systems. Hackers stole sensitive data, including information about naval operations and military hardware, exposing vulnerabilities in national security. Another major attack targeted the Pakistan Stock Exchange in 2016, disrupting trading and causing significant financial losses. Phishing scams, ransomware attacks, and online banking fraud are becoming increasingly common in Pakistan. These high-profile attacks serve as a wake-up call for both countries. They demonstrate the real-world consequences of cyber attacks, not just in terms of financial losses, but also in terms of national security, public safety, and personal privacy. All right, so we've covered a lot of ground here, but the big question is, what does the future hold for hackers in India and Pakistan? Well, the only thing we know for sure is that the cybersecurity landscape is constantly evolving, and the threats are becoming more sophisticated by the day. As we move towards 2025 and beyond, we can expect to see a few key trends emerge. First off, artificial intelligence, or AI, is going to play a major role in both offensive and defensive cybersecurity. Imagine AI-powered hacking tools that can automatically identify and exploit vulnerabilities faster than any human ever could. On the flip side, AI will also be crucial for detecting and responding to these advanced threats. We're talking about AI-powered security systems that can analyze massive amounts of data to identify and neutralize threats in real time. Another major trend to watch out for is the rise of the Internet of Things, or IoT. As more and more devices become connected to the internet, from refrigerators to cars to medical devices, the attack surface for hackers will expand exponentially. We're likely to see hackers targeting these connected devices, not just to steal data, but also to cause physical damage or disruption. Now, when it comes to India and Pakistan, their long-standing rivalry is likely to continue playing out in cyberspace. But as the threats become more sophisticated and the stakes get higher, there's also an opportunity for collaboration. Both India and Pakistan have a shared interest in combating cybercrime, protecting critical infrastructure, and ensuring a safe and secure digital environment for their citizens. So, there you have it. A glimpse into the world of hacking in India and Pakistan. We've covered the history, the key players, the education systems, the high-profile attacks, and even made some predictions about the future. It's a complex and fascinating topic, and one that's only going to become more important in the years to come. Both India and Pakistan have incredibly talented hackers, and it's impossible to say definitively who has the edge. Ultimately, the goal should be to move beyond this rivalry and focus on building a safer and more secure digital world for everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Let us know in the comments who you think has the best hackers in 2025.